the new generation is here. Braun at home, Steph at home, KD at home. You know what I mean? The new generation, Dame, home. These new guys are here. So I guess I want to get 3 names from you guys. If you had to pick 3 names, who do you think will be the face of the 2020s in the NBA? Go ahead, Mark. You're first up. 3 names. Only 3. Face of the 2020s.
I'm gonna go Ant. That's one.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go Luka.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2.
Okay.
Number 3 is tough for me, man. I mean,
Go ahead.
can I say Jokic? I mean, he has 3 MVPs. He has a championship. And also doing this as a center too, by the way. Top 2, top 3 player in the NBA. Top 1 depending on who you ask.
In my opinion, he's the best player currently in the NBA.
So yeah, I think I would go Ant, Luka, Jokic.
Okay. I like I'm gonna save my thoughts for last. I like your list though. I feel like there's nothing like inherently wrong with it at all. I like it. Go ahead, Jared.
I'm going with Ant. I want to go with half Luka, half Shea.
No, you gotta give me one.
Okay.
Unless those want to be your 2 and 3, and those are your 3.
Man, I guess I have to go Luka then. And the third, Victor Wembanyama. The modern day Will. I'm calling it. The modern day Will. I'm calling it now. Watch what's going to happen. He's going to blow up like crazy.
I could definitely see Wemby putting up some like fake looking stats. I could definitely.
The way we're gonna look at Wemby in like 10 years is how these people in the 60s gonna look at Will. I'm calling it.
We gonna have the footage though. We gonna have footage though.
That's the thing. Because Wemby is nice. Like I was just looking back at his season, and I'm like, yo, he's really crazy. Like I think I seen a stat where they said like on step back threes he's shooting like 47%.
Bro, I saw a stat. I see what you mean by the Will comparison and stat. I saw a stat that Wemby has more blocks. It was like 88% of every NBA player that's ever played. And I was like, I read it like 4 times, bro. I was like, what?
His rookie year. I
was like, wait a minute.
That's insane.
But I can see that. Mm-hmm. And I will be on record because I know a lot of people will be in denial. A lot of people going to change the narrative. I was one of those people who wasn't 100% believer in Wemby. It wasn't the summer league game. This was before I had ever actually seen him with my own eyes. I just started hearing, he's going to be the greatest since LeBron. Like, I don't know if y'all remember, but I remember hearing this about Ricky Rubio back in the day. I remember hearing Ricky Rubio was going to be revolutionary. So I'm kind of thinking like that. I would say I was wrong. Like, Wemby looks crazy. He looks crazy. I think and the thing I'll say is why I don't think I'm not going to put Luka or Jokic in there, even though I think they are the 1 and 2 best players in the NBA right now. Mm-hmm. I think Jokic is 1, Luka is 2. But the reason why I think I'm not going to pick them is because I feel like the face of the league isn't just all about who's the best player always. Mm-hmm. Like sometimes it is, but I feel like it's a little bit personality.
Marketability.
I feel like it's a little bit, you gotta have kind of that charisma that gravitates to you. So I'm 100% in agreement with you guys. I think Ant is definitely there. I'm gonna go Wemby. Mm-hmm. And this last one, I'm torn, bro. I'm gonna say both names. Even though I know I made you pick 3, but it's my show. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna put Ja in there. Unless if he doesn't get his act together is what's going to cancel him. But I feel like Ja, and I know a lot of y'all have probably heard this, has that Allen Iverson-like feel to him where it's like, you almost feel like you can't not root for the guy. Like something about his game is just like, you drawn to it. It's like he has that electric type vibe to him. Like I remember I only saw one game. I think he played maybe 2 or 3. But I saw one game, his first game back from the suspension. He hits a game winner against the Pelicans, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, bro, who's bringing this type of energy to the league? You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. But I think I think the league and Adam Silver's NBA, I think that you have to kind of walk a certain line. I think you have to walk a certain line, and I think if he doesn't, then Ja won't reach that goal. So if I'm not picking Ja, I think Paolo is next up.
Okay.
I was very impressed with what I saw against the Cavs. I kind of thought the Cavs were going to get them out of there in 5. I thought they were going to have their retribution from last year, losing to the lower seed, and I thought they were going to get them out of there. Watching Paolo was putting on a show, man. He had 39 in that Game 7. He just, kind of eventually lost. I think the Magic are just a little young. But Paolo's got it, bro. At that size, 6'9", speed, strength, athleticism, he hasn't even really dived into his playmaking ability yet. I think Paolo might have it. We just got to see maybe a little bit more personality from him. I think that's what's, holding him back a little bit. Mm-hmm. Even someone like I say, Jalen Brunson, I think, if we saw a little more personality from him, being in that New York market, I think he would be able to be in that conversation. But he seems too mature. I know that sounds crazy, you know what I mean? But he's 2. And I saw you.
That's what it is. His pops is not going to allow it.
Right, he's just too much of a professional almost. Mm-hmm. I know that sounds crazy. You want to be a little something you can relate to, almost. But go ahead, Mike. Those are my 3.
Piggyback on Paolo. He also didn't have help yesterday. Franz Wagner, 1 for 15.
Yeah. Oh. And I will say that's unusual for him. He usually can ride that round and roll, but yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Kind of being young.
1 for 15 is egregious. I don't care if you're young, old. I don't care. You 1 for 15. Do something.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. But that's what I'm saying. 39 out of him.
Let me ask you.
I like 5.
People saying that they should go for Klay Thompson or Paul George. I don't think either one of them. I think they should go after Ant Simons. What do y'all think about that?
Ooh.
I like that, and if I'm following your same line of thinking, you don't want to bring. I understand veteran leadership, but you don't want to bring a veteran star player in where it's is Paul George the best player on the team now? You don't want that. You want Paolo to keep advancing. You know what I mean? If you bring in Ant, I don't know how old Ant is. He's probably 22 or something. He's another
24, I think he is.
Okay, yeah. But still, he's in that range. He's in that
range.
Yeah, he's in that young guy age range though. You want to have they can grow together. Exactly. You don't want to bring in dad. You know what I mean? Bring in old guy. Yeah, he kind of cracks the party. So I agree. Ant would be.
Paul, Klay, Paul George. I'm no, you don't need these old guys. They're not going to fit into your timeline. Bring in someone young who can do essentially the same things. Exactly. And Simons can score. He's not that much of a defender.
And he's athletic.
Score, but he's athletic too.
Yeah, exactly.
You pair him and Jalen Suggs together.
I like it.
Yeah. I like Ant Simons. Okay. Yeah. GM Jared over here. I like that. I agree because I don't think bringing in those old guys will you don't want that, and that's kind of how I felt about OKC when I heard kind of maybe Paul George going there. I'm like, you want them to keep growing with you. You want them to grow together. You don't want someone older to come in and take that. So actually, I really like that Ant Simons to the Magic. Mm-hmm. I can see that because they do need a point guard. They do need that. Mm-hmm. Whatever happened to Markelle Fultz? And we're gonna get out of here in a minute, guys.
He's still there. He just don't
play.
He
still plays.
Yeah.
Wasn't he the number 1 pick in that draft?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Philadelphia messed him up, though. I'm chalking up to that. Philadelphia messed him up bad.
Yeah, I can see that. But okay, last thing before we get out of here, guys. Thank you for watching another episode of The Last Word. Make sure you subscribe, like, and leave a comment down below so you're not missing out on any of the new content I drop on this channel. Love.